In today's episode, we're going to cover how to create a vision and a talent plan for your business, your career, and your life. So let's get started on Stopping the Vanilla.
Better look out now, though. Dave's got something for you. Tell you what it is.
It was 1999, and I had just started our firm focused on strategy development. And so I would spend 2 to 3 months with a leadership team developing their strategy. And the leader oftentimes would ask me, "Hey, Steve, what do you think about my team now that you've spent a lot of time with them?" Or through the planning process, we would determine that we need to go hire a skill set, like sales hunter, if you will, to deliver the plan. And this is when I experienced one of the greatest breakthroughs in my career and my life. And that's when I discovered the incredibly powerful combination of strategy and talent. That an organization, a department, a team, and a person can achieve anything they want by having the right plan implemented by the right talent. In fact, there are very few things you can achieve in your business, your career, and your life with the right plan and the right talent. I mean, for example, being based in Green Bay, Wisconsin, the Green Bay Packers right now are striving to win the Super Bowl by having the right game plan with the right talent. You resolve a health issue by having the right doctor execute the right plan. A job seeker lands the perfect career through the right plan to match his or her natural talents, to love what they do it naturally, and excel at it and get rewarded for it. A company leadership team completes an acquisition of a competitor through the right strategy carried out by the right talent. An entrepreneur turns an idea into a profitable business through the right plan with the right talent. I mean, you're starting to see a trend here, right? It's all about having the right plan and the right talent. A family business passes the leadership and ownership of their business to the next generation through the right plan completed with the right talent. A business achieves its goals and its budget with the right plan executed by the right talent. And a person lives the life they want with the right plan implemented with the right talent. So, I mean, again, you're seeing a trend here, right? With your strategy, your talent. Without strategy, your talent's not focused. And without talent, your strategy is not executed. And what it really comes down to live the life you want is to have a plan, a strategy and talent plan, or in this case, we're calling it a vision and a talent plan for your business, your career, and your life to achieve what you want. And so I'm really excited about, we're going to do a series on how to create a vision and a talent plan for your business, and then a vision and a talent plan for your life. And so over the next several podcasts, we're going to cover the key steps to developing a vision and talent plan in your business or department, and then developing a vision and talent plan for your career and your life. And each of those podcasts will stand alone, that you can implement that specific aspect of the process. Or if you execute the process with us in the order of the podcast, you will implement a vision and talent plan into your business and a vision and talent plan into your life. And all the templates for both of these processes are available at stopthevanilla.com. And if you can't find what you need, please email us at info@stopthevanilla.com. As we want to be a resource for you to achieve what you want in your business, your career, and your life. And so here's a quick overview of the upcoming podcasts that are going to be in what we're calling Achieve What You Want series. So the first one is today, and that's really just giving you an overview of the vision and talent planning process and really showing you the power that comes from having the right plan and the right talent. The second podcast is really how to create a vision for your business, and then how to create a vision for your career and life. And let's say that, we take a 3-year vision, December 31st, 2022. What do you want your business or your department to look like by 12/31/2022? And then what do you want your career and life to look like by 12/31/2022? And so in the second podcast, we're going to talk about how to develop a vision for your business and a vision for your life, and actually give you the tools and processes to do that on your own. The third podcast is going to be, once you have the vision created, how do you develop a talent plan to achieve that vision? How do you create that talent plan? Many companies will have a strategy. Many companies will have a vision. Many individuals will have thoughts about what they want their future to look like. But very few of us actually put a talent plan together to make that happen. And in today's competitive marketplace in the talent world, and with the gifts that you have and can develop, I mean, talent is how you make that vision a reality. The fourth podcast in this series is going to be really around, once you have that talent plan in place, how do you make sure that you have a hiring process that you make the right hire the first time? I mean, we're not talking about some of the times. We're talking about all the time, and really giving you a process to do that. The fifth podcast is, how do you define exactly what you're looking for in that role? And it's really about defining the key accountabilities for the role and job benchmarking. It's defining what an optimum performer looks like in a role and actually painting a bullseye of exactly what you're looking for, and then comparing all of your candidates against that bullseye. Every candidate's going to have gaps, but are the gaps, can we overcome the gaps through self-awareness, through conversation, through development? So after we lay out the target for the position, then we're going to train you and show you how to do customized interviewing, which is one of the hottest things in the talent industry right now. It's not asking the same questions and the basic questions in every interview. This is about customizing the interview based on the candidate's fit to the position and the fit to that benchmark that you just created. It makes interviewing much more efficient and also helps you make the right hire the first time. When a leader does customized interviewing, they never want to go back to their previous way of just asking the same questions of every candidate. Our next podcast is going to be, okay, once you make the hire, how do you onboard your new employee, your new team member, and how do you put a development plan together for them? And then the last one is really plan execution, and that's really about making sure that that vision and talent plan gets implemented, and what are the fundamentals to making sure that accountability is in place there. So it's a series of podcasts that stand alone for the topic that they're about, but collectively put together give you all the tools and all the templates and all the knowledge that you need to put a vision and talent plan together for your business and put a vision and talent plan together for your life. And so that is what I'm really excited about, because I get to be part of helping people get clarity in their business and really define, what do we want this company to look like? And I'm not talking about a vision statement here. I am not a fan of vision statements. Vision statements bring very little value in laying out exactly what we want our business to look like and giving us a measuring stick as to how we're doing. So in these processes, when you lay out a vision, it's going to be very detailed, and it's going to include objectives. So it'll include financial information, measurements, how much revenue do we want to do, from a business perspective. In my personal life, in a personal plan, it might be, what's your net worth? There's other metrics that you can measure in your personal plan as well. So I'm just really excited to share all of this with you, because every day I work with departments and leadership teams on creating a vision and a talent plan for their area. And I just see once the light bulbs turn on and they understand exactly what they want, and everybody's in agreement as to what we want our company to look like, it creates this, this magnet. It creates this vision, this lighthouse, if you will, on where we're going. And then every decision is based on that vision. And every talent plan decision is based on that vision. So really excited to share this podcast with you and give you the ability to develop a 3-year target and then put a talent plan together to really change the game for you, to really change your life, and to really change your business. And so I'm looking forward to that. Now, today in our first podcast of this series, the Achieve What You Want series, we're going to focus on an overview of the vision and talent planning process for your business, your department, and then also for your career and life. And so, the first question you might ask is, why do I need a vision and a talent plan? And the main reason is that a vision focuses all of our decisions, be it resource, be it talent, all of our decisions based on a target that we're looking to achieve. It gives us a filter to make decisions, and that isn't critical. Most companies will make one-off hiring decisions. Oh, we need this position, so let's hire that position. We need this position, and they're kind of like, they're building their team just one-off hires at a time. And when you have a vision and you can put a talent plan together, you lay out your talent plan. This is the skill set we need to hire next. This is when we're going to do it. This is what we need in that position. And so it just lays out your whole talent plan. So your talent is actually tied to your strategy. And that's one question I always ask leaders is, okay, you're making this hire. Why are you making this hire? And how is it related to your talent or to your vision? And how is it connected to your vision? I just completed helping a company put a 3-year vision and talent plan into their it's a financial company, and they just, when they were done, you know, they had what they want their business to look like in 3 years, and then they had all their talent pieces all figured out for the next 3 years. And the leader described the peace and the comfort that she now had because she's got the next 3 years laid out. And what that does is it eliminates a lot of noise and distractions and really allows you to focus on working on the business, not in the business, but on the business. And having a talent plan reduces the talent issues that you have, and so therefore you have less people issues. Now, you know, who wouldn't sign up for that, right? To have less people issues on a day-to-day basis? And a vision and talent plan allows you to minimize the people issues. And then when a people issue arises, like somebody moves on or somebody underperforms and we have to make a tough decision, the talent plan just wraps right around that. And the next person, you know, is ready to go, and you clearly understand what you need in that role. So if you have to make a hire, you can be efficient and quickly go to market to find it. So a vision and talent plan for your business and a vision and talent plan for your life just gives you a sense of peace and comfort that I know where I'm going, and every day that I wake up and go to work, or every day that I go to work on my career and my life, I have this target that is the direction. It's the lighthouse as to where I'm going. And so I'm just going to give you a quick overview of what a vision and talent planning process might look like for your business and your department. And the outcome or the call to action for us today is to provide you that vision and talent planning outline. So if you go to stopthevanilla.com, go to the resources page, we'll have the vision and talent outline there for you to digest. And my objective is to give this to you and cover this in the podcast so that you can actually implement this process into your business and actually do it yourself. So download the vision template and spend a day or two with your team really defining what you want your company to look like. And objectively and subjectively, we say. Objectively is financially, where do you want your company to be? What do the numbers look like? What do the margins look like? What's our market share? All those questions you have to answer, objectively. And then subjectively, how are we going to differentiate ourselves versus our customers, right? Why is a customer going to choose us versus somebody else? Subjectively, how do we want our culture to be described? What's our product and service offering going to be by the end of that 3-year vision? What geographic markets are we going to pursue in that 3-year vision? So it just really lays out a complete plan for your business. And when everybody on the leadership team or your department team agrees to it, it just creates this cohesiveness that, hey, everybody understands the target, and we're going to go make that happen. It just brings everybody together, and it really focuses your resources on the most important things as well. So at a high level, a visioning talent planning process has 4 phases. Phase 1 is really where you're collecting the content for the process. One of the greatest takeaways that I've learned in doing hundreds, I'm talking more than 500 strategy and talent planning processes, is that you want to collect the content before the process, not during the process. And so collecting the content ahead of time allows your sessions to be very efficient. It allows you to make decisions in the session versus trying to get your arms around the content during the session. So it's just much more efficient and effective. and really keeps your team on a nice steady pace as you're going through the process. So phase one really is about everybody takes online behavioral science assessments, and everybody answers our pre-planning questionnaire, which again is on the website at stopthevanilla.com. So in the discovery phase, you're collecting all the information for the process, and you're preparing for the process. And that's really what phase one is about. It's preparation. So every team member takes the online assessments, every planning team member answers all the questions in the pre-planning questionnaire, and that really helps us put together the content that we need for the process. Phase two is really about vision and talent plan development. And there's really 3 sessions, and these sessions don't have to be long, but they're very distinct and very unique. And the first session is really the team development exercise. And why is the team development exercise important? So when I first started doing strategy sessions, 20 years ago, I'd get the team in the room and we'd start doing strategy right away. And it always started off kind of slow. Everyone was kind of feeling out the process. Everyone was kind of maybe holding back a little bit because they weren't exactly sure what to expect. And I just didn't have the team where I needed them to have the candid conversations to really address the most sensitive issues of the organization and really create a vision that everybody connects with. And so I created this team development exercise. We call it Build the Team to Achieve Your Dream, but affectionately, internally, we call it Getting the Team in Their Underwear, because that's really what it does. And so the first session is the team development exercise, and it's a very simple process where each team member presents their behavioral style. They tell their story, and they present their behavioral style to the rest of the team. And the reason that the team development exercise is important, and the number one outcome, is that it creates an environment of candor, honesty, transparency, and vulnerability. As each person tells their story and talks about who they are and talks about their style and what are the good things about my style, what are the things that I need to overcome in my style, my blind spots, it just really brings the team together to allow us to have the conversations we need to have to create the most effective and relevant vision. And so the first session is around team development. The second session is actually creating the vision. And that is a very, just an eye-opening process for the team to get in the room and really hash out what they want the business to look like 3 years from now, or 4 years from now, or 5 years from now, whichever length of vision that you want to do. So the first session is team development to create the right environment to have the conversations we need. The second session is the vision session. And then the third session is really the talent planning session. And that's really about what does the org structure need to be? What does the org structure need to look like by the end of our vision to achieve that vision? So for example, on a 3-year vision of 12/31/2022, what does our org structure need to look like by that time frame, by 12/31/2022? And the structure is put together functionally. So we're talking about functions that are needed within the organization, and we lay out a functional organizational structure. And there's some instructions on how to do that. We don't talk about who's in current positions. We don't use names. What is the most effective functional structure we need to achieve this vision? So that is the third session. Then you finalize your talent plan, and then you move on to phase 3. And phase 3 is really what we call department planning, and that's where each department puts together their action plans to work on the business, not in the business, but on the business. And if you're a smaller firm or smaller company, and you don't want to do department planning, what are the top 20 action plans that you're going to get done on the business to move the business forward, to accelerate the business forward? The fourth phase is really presenting the plan to the rest of the organization, if applicable, presenting the plan to the board or any advisors or investors. And then phase 5 is plan execution. So this is a high-level overview. Phase 1 is collecting the content for the process. Phase 2 involves the planning component, and that session 1 is team development, session 2 is vision development, and session 3 is talent plan development. Then phase 3 is really department planning, phase 4 is plan communication, and then phase 5 is plan execution. And so that is really just a really quick overview of the vision and talent planning process for your business. Now, there are a ton of benefits that come out of having a vision and a talent plan for your business or your department. And most notably, it was that peace and that comfort that comes from knowing that we have a plan. So 3 years ago here at Stop the Vanilla and STV Advisors, we developed a 12/31/2020 vision. So it was really about getting 2020 vision on your 2020 vision. And we're a year and a half into achieving that vision. And there's some things where we're really doing well and we're going to achieve the vision, and there's other components that we got some work to do. But that's the beauty of the vision. It helps us understand how we're doing. If you were comparing your current performance against a vision statement, it wouldn't give you that feedback. It wouldn't give you that measurable. It wouldn't give you that benchmark of where you're at. And that's why developing a vision that has subjective and objective components to it provides you that benchmark as to how we're doing. And then it gives you that motivation, that drive to achieve it. And so that's an overview of the vision and talent planning process as we're going to cover it through this series that we're calling Achieve What You Want in Your Business, Your Career, and Your Life. And so the first podcast was to give you a quick overview of that. And then our second podcast is going to be about how do you create a vision for your business? And we're going to go over the specifics of that. And then how do you create a vision for your career and your life? And we're going to give you the templates to do both. And so the call to action today for you is go to our resources page and download the vision and talent planning process and start putting together a very simple but very effective vision and talent planning process for you to put a 3-year vision in place for your business or department. And so I look forward to you joining us next time when we cover how to develop a vision for your business, your career, and your life.
I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by. Oh my, I'm your ice cream man, stop me when I'm passing by.